Morning guys. All right, we are back on our little daily drive, probably a little short one, but let's see, we are gonna do a U-turn here. The bus is coming right behind me, can't see behind the bus, but he is now pulling up, so there's no one ahead. I'm gonna have a look around and still checking, little shoulder check, nice and safe all the way around. Perfect, easy. Ooh, there we go. Now we're gonna go right at the crossroads here, okay? So I'm gonna be doing my normal stuff, checking, and let's see if the view is correct on this, because I can't see what you guys are seeing at the moment, but I shall in a second. So let's see, let's turn that off. So now, yeah, hopefully you can see everything. I can see quite well. All right, so we're coming up to the crossroad and we're going to turn right. So general rule, always making sure you can see what's ahead of you and who is coming straight past you, because you are going to be turning right. You're crossing their path to get to the other side. Think of it like that. So if you have to cross anyone's path to get to the other side, you need their permission. So we basically are going to be waiting in the middle. Don't forget, the roundabout rules are totally different, okay? Don't mix the two up. It can go drastically wrong. So I'm looking at that grey car. They probably, I mean, they haven't got a signal, but most of the time people end up turning to the left direction here, or their right hand side, and the red car over there is turning that way. The white car is, don't know the white van where they're going, but even if the red car is going in that direction, I still would have to wait if I'm in the middle. Okay, so I'm coming up to the junction, keep my distance from these cars. Got to establish that there's enough space for 3 cars to fit in quite well. Sometimes you have to hold back, depends on the size of the junction. There's a car coming past, I'm looking at that little edge there, and then nice, if you can't see, you creep forward slowly till you can see better, okay? And then you end up coming into the left hand lane. Now look ahead, hazard, look on the side, hazard there, but I need to lane change, so I need to signal. I need to see if they're gonna let me go or not, and then no one's letting me go. That car's there, no one's doing it. I'm gonna keep my distance and then I'm off. That's it, perfect. So you got to make sure you don't get too close to the hazard either. Bide your time, be prepared to stop if you have to, okay? It's very, very important. You need to make sure that you don't go too close to the hazards ahead. And now we're going to maintain the gap. All right, so I could overtake this guy, but there's no need. All right, now we're coming up to the traffic lights. They've been green for a while, so always do a little check behind. They might change on us, okay? I wanted to take that left hand. I should have done that one for you guys, but let's see next time. There we go. That's what happens when you over check. Got a bit close there. Look at the car get close to me as well. There you go. Things change very drastically on a dual carriageway or any road, so make sure you have a nice gap. Had I not had that decent gap there, I might not have been able to react. So you know, I'm overdoing it with looking behind or thinking about where I'm going, but really important. So maintain your gaps. It gives you that little buffer, that little chance to get away with any errors you make. None of us are perfect, you know, we all make errors, and so, you know, even when you're going for that driving test, don't think perfection. Yes, it would be amazing if we got through that driving test with 0 faults, 0, you know, majors and minors. That's, you know, ideal, and you get some students who do that. But yeah, strive for perfection in your lessons. Do really, really well. Do as much as you can. Overdo it if you have to. You know, sometimes students have maybe only taken, let's say, 15 odd hours or 20 hours, let's just say, for example. And I was telling someone the other day, I was like, put that into perspective. That's less than a day of driving, you know, for something you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, which you wouldn't do in anything else, really, you know. And so, it's, you know, you got to keep in mind, we are going to make errors. You are going to be there. You're going to make the small little glitches here and there, but you want to minimize the effect of that. And a big way to minimize that effect is to stay back. You must stay back from the vehicles ahead, okay? Which is why pretty much 99% of the time, if someone hits you from the back, it's their fault. So, you know, it shows you've got to make sure you keep that distance. Okay, roundabout, we're going left, and then I'm going to take the turn, looking into the road, and I have no idea what my camera is doing. So half my mind's on my camera as well, which is wrong. So I've just got a different mount today. I put it on my hoodie and so the hoodie's moving around, which is a bit annoying. So now we've got the hazard ahead, and we've got the van. There we go, they've moved in, and less of a hazard. Good. Alright, now the van's coming up ahead. I'm looking at their tyre positions. I need that tyre to go into their lane a bit, and there we go. You see it's gone in their lane a bit, and now I should be able to get past. I look at tyre positions a lot. Tyre positions really help me. My tyres are on the line at the moment. You probably see almost on the line. If another car's coming and I'm on the line and they're on the line, then we're both hitting. So it's not going to work. Now watch this car. They are kind of straddling the line, but I'm inside my lane. They've just about gone in a bit, and if they are well in my lane, then I know therefore we're not getting through. So roundabout coming up all the way through this little gap, and then bend. Remember on the other video, stay wide. You want to be able to be more left. You can see all the way around it. Okay, I'm looking a little bit, I'm peeking around. This pillar can get in your way, so make sure that you peek around it. Okay, these A pillars are a nightmare sometimes on junctions. They did try and devise a little gap in between them once, but didn't really work. Kick off. Now we're coming up to the end of the road, having a look, all clear, job done. That's it, perfecto. Now we're coming up to another crossroad. All right, so you should know now what we're going to do. Right, yellow box on the ground. People still get confused with this sometimes, but if you are turning right and your exit is clear, then you are allowed to wait in the yellow box if you need to. Okay, I don't need to do it today, but if you need to do that. But if your exit is blocked, then you must stay out of the junction. So if your exit is blocked, don't start taking the turn. Don't go past your traffic light. Don't go into that yellow box, because what that means is if the traffic light changed to red, there's no way of you leaving that junction. You're now in the middle of a junction, and you're going to hold up traffic and block people's way. So very important, keep that in mind, and then you should find that easy. So that was just that little bit in the morning. I'm coming up to my student's house soon, so hopefully I'll be calling it a day for now, but maybe I'll get a chance to do another little one later on. But a couple of takeaways from today. Don't get close to the vehicles. You can see how risky it can get. And then the crossroad rules, making sure you remember who to give way to, etc. So I'm going to turn into this road over here, quite tight. I'm looking at the gap and the distance here. That's one thing, I'll try and mention that later. Whenever you come up to a road, I'm always assessing the size and the width of the road. How wide is it? Where's the center line? And I need to fit my car within my center line and the curb. So those are the things I'm trying to look at when I'm going into a road. Then how sharp is the curb? Is it, oh, big truck here. Let's see if I might have to reverse back. I'm going to check behind, and I'm going to reverse back. There we go. No one's around. That's it. Nice and smooth. Good. That was hard to see because as you go around, sometimes you might not spot it. I should have seen it from over the bushes, to be fair, but I was busy giving you guys a little example of this and that. But always look over the bushes or over the top if you can as well. So but be comfortable reversing if you need to. Obviously I'm checking behind all the time before I do reverse. There was once a student popped out of the driving test center in Mill Hill, I still remember it, and they peeked out, they saw a bus coming, they thought, oh, you know what, let me actually come back in a little bit to avoid affecting the bus. And in the end what happened is they reversed back, but they didn't look behind them, and the examiners failed them on it and said, you reversed back, it was nice, you got out of the way of the bus, fine, no problem, but you didn't check, and if there was a car behind you, it would have been a big problem. So something to keep in mind, very, very important. But you can see some of the faults that you can come across. Imagine if I'm doing some of these faults now, imagine how difficult it is for you guys. So keep that all in mind. Hope that helps you lot. I have now come up to my destination, and I shall see you in another daily drive. Take care, bye.